Thank you for taking your time about seeing this video. So a little bit about me before we are starting to learning something. I'm a founder of astronomer.io. It's an e-learning platform for people that want to take simulations before they're going up for the cncf certifications at the community of the cloud native. You can visit on astronomer.io. That would be in the description too. I am a Kubernetes specialist. I spend all of my time to Kubernetes, and I see myself as a very big cloud native enthusiast. And then I love to learn out of what I'm doing. So in this case, I'm a public speaker. I'm speaking on different meetups and conferences. That's a little about me, and I think it's time to go into the content of this videos. Hello and welcome for this guide again about CAPA, the exam preparation, and this will be the Argo certification you will get from cncf. And in this video I will help you to understand the Argo and how you can set it up locally using the kind on your local machine, and how you can install the Argo CLI. You can just go for this GitHub page, and then the guide will be inside, and that will be easy and you are on your own. Or you can stay here in this video and see how I did it and how it's work in actions. I really hope you will stay, and don't forget to give this video a like, and if you have any questions about this video, please make it a comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. So the first thing we're gonna do now will be installing the kind cluster. So create cluster name, we can call it Argo CD test, and now it will be creating the Argo cluster, and we just need to be sure before we are applying anything. And then it's done. Let's see, kubectl get kubectx, and you can see we have Argo test here, so that's fine. Kubectl get namespaces, everything is up and running. So let's going back to the documentation page here. You want to create a namespace. It's called Argo, and when we have creating the namespace, we want to apply the manifest files from the Argo website. And I know you can do this from Helm chart if you want that, but since we basically just need to learn this and learn how Argo is working, you don't need to fight with the Helm charts if you don't want it. So just apply this. Now you can see it's apply a lot of resources to it, and we can just say get from the Argo CD namespace, and it's taking a little bit of time before it's up and running. And then we only want to get the port forwarding when we need to open the local network, so we can see it's up and running and we can log in and everything. So that will be the next step we will do here, is making the port forwarding. So let's say kubectl get svc, and you can see we have it. So we need to the Argo namespace, and we have it. Let me see. Argo server here. The Argo server. Copy. Kubectl port forwarding svc Argo, and then the port number 8080 on 80. And let's see it's not found yet, so something is wrong. It's because I'm not in the right namespace CD, and that should be fine. And we need to the 443. So if we are going back to the browser, we can just open it here and say localhost 8080, and you can see it's going for the secure, and we are now logged in. We could use the admin as a user, but we need to find we basically need to find the password, the one-time password from Argo we need. So let's going back for this one. It's a little bit long, so we can scroll down here to take it. What it's doing here, it's I'll just open one more terminal. it will take the secret called Argo CD admin secret and take the password data and decode it. It's very long, but it's a one-time password only, so just you remember that. When I say one time only, it's not when you're logged in. It will be changed. It's more like you should change it when you're logged in to avoid something like hacking and everything else if your secret's getting leaked. So let's go in here and admin and see about we are logged in. We are now logged in, and you basically have the first step succeeds. I think the next step I will show you now when you have the Argo up and running is how we could run it in the CLI, get the password, and how we can update the password. We'll in this case call it super secret 1234 with the camel case. So we change the password. Of course, if it's in production, you should not use so simple as password, but for testing as we are doing right now, I think that's fine. So go back to the terminal again, and we want to say brew install Argo CD, and then it's just going and install the Argo CD. And in my case, I already have it. I can reinstall if I want, but then it's fine. The next step will be to get the admin passwords. So let's say Argo CD admin password, and we are working inside the Argo CD namespace, and you can see we basically have the password here from the long kubectl command, and here we just get it from the CLI. So you basically get the same, but this is it's easier to work with because you have access to the kubectl access, and you can see this Argo CD account update password should be there, and it's saying that because you should change that to be sure it's not have the default password. So first let's log into the Argo CD login, localhost 8080, and we'll just say secure. I think yes, and the admin password here, and we will paste it in and see what's going on. You can see the admin login succeed. So everything here, it's what we expect. The next one we want to do is account update password, and we will just type the old password, and the new password will be super secret 1234, and again super secret 1234, and it should confirm it, and the password should be updated at all. So let's go back for this one and see what's going on. We get logged out because we have changed the password, so it's working exactly what we want. And then say super secret 1234 and log it in again, and we are now logged in. So now you basically have Argo running inside your kind cluster, and you are ready to test what you need to test and what you are getting learned to pass the CAPA exam from the Linux Foundation. Thank you so much to be in this video, and I really hope you want to like this video and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe my channel to get more about the Linux Foundation certifications. And don't forget to make comments if something you have popped up in your mind. Thank you, and see you next time.